Hi, this is AJ Wykes with Authority Media. I'm here with Sankar from Audeze Headphones, and we're at CES. First question, I'd like to ask about transducer technology.
Sure.
So Audeze is primarily using planar magnetic technology for your headphones. Is there any particular reason why you're focusing on that? And is there anything about dynamic drivers that you find limiting in some way?
No, I mean, we started off initially as a planar speaker company. We made speakers. I think we have posted even the picture somewhere. We made a big array for defense military speakers where the sound could be thrown for 1 mile, half a mile distances. Okay. So that's what we started making. We started making our own thin film to make these planar drivers, because way back when we started in 2008, there were the old planar speakers from Fostex and stuff, but that nothing new had come up for a while. So we thought there was a gap in the market where we could take planar drivers and push it to the push it more forward. And then if you look at our original drivers and stuff, headphones, they were bulky, heavy, very inefficient. So we thought with all this new advancement in thin film technology, PCB manufacturing, all these things, we could make them more efficient, more easy to use. So you can see the progress from LCD headphones, which we still sell. The drivers used to be big and bulky, to now Mobius and Penrose and even Maxwell, and even small in-ears like Euclid, we can now make them much more efficiently. Mm-hmm. We are not limited to planar drivers. Last year we introduced our first electrostatic headphone, Carbon. And that also comes from our thin film manufacturing. Because we make our own film, we could figure out how to make carbon nanotubes to dope them. Mm-hmm. So we are not limited to these kind of drivers. We can make other type of drivers and stuff in future as well. Here we have a clear advantage over other companies, so we are using those for right now. Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to gaming products, you have just announced a couple of new gaming products. There's the LCD GX and the Maxwell.
Correct.
So does that mean the Penrose and the Mobius are now being discontinued?
Yes, Penrose definitely. Okay. Mobius will probably at some point make a revision of the Mobius to bring it up with new chipsets. Mm-hmm. But Penrose itself will be discontinued and Maxwell will take over. Mm-hmm. Part of the reasons was supply chain. That was the reason we had to also change. But also new chipsets and new technologies are coming, and we want to take advantage of them. Mm-hmm. So. And for example, the Maxwell, we have neural network accelerators and stuff in the chipsets now, and chipsets are getting more efficient. So we basically decided to transition from older proprietary chipsets to more new platform. So we think of the Maxwell as a new platform. We will have other form factors and other headphones coming out in future with this form things. Mm-hmm. And the platform that we have is very flexible. So we think, in not just gaming, but even in enterprise, we will have some products in future.
Okay. So with the LCD GX, mm-hmm. that's an all analog,
yes,
open backed planar driver headset. So that it's an LCD series product. Mm-hmm. So which of the existing LCD products do you think it's closest to in terms of sound?
It actually is a little unique even for LCD series. One of the reasons we made that headphone initially was we saw people gaming with our headphones, even LCD too, and we thought, okay, what if we can make one headphone that is much more easy for them to use than using a LCD2 headphone, right? So that was the primary reason behind it, and we were also collaborating with Shure designed microphones. Okay. So we thought we could combine these two and put it in a headphone. That was how GX came through. Mm-hmm. But it's a single-sided design, somewhere between LCD GX and the Maxwells and the Mobiuses and stuff. So some magnetic structures from there for the weight, but we took a full LCD form factor and the driver from there. Okay. So it's like somewhere cross between them.
Okay, sticking with the LCD series, the LCD 5, which was the most recent product in that line before the GX, that has kind of a different sound signature. It seems like you moved away from what people referred to as the Audeze house sound.
So yeah, that's more of a term that came up. But if you see, we have this plugin called Reveal Plus.
Yes.
And if you see the target curve, that we have there is typically similar to what we want to have always. And if for any of our headphones, especially because a lot of people use them for mastering and mixing, so we had the curves for that in the Reveal Plus. So if you take an LCD 3, for example, there'll be a compensation curve for it to get it closer to the LCD, the reference, what we call our internal reference curve. And LCD 5 is actually more closer to the reference curve than, for example, 3.
Right.
So when many people also like a little bit darker sound signature, we'll probably continue to have some headphones with that. And LCD 5 is, and actually the MM500, which we introduced, is more neutral than some of our other headphones. So we will have that, but in our newer generation headphones, which I call active headphones because they have DSP, we will allow people to have all sorts of variations. For example, Maxwell has a Audeze house curve. It has an alternate curve similar to Harman curve for which people prefer. Then we will have other options as well where people can tweak it and change quite a bit.
Oh, nice. So would that be in conjunction with the desktop app that allows you to...
Yes, a desktop app or an Android app and stuff. So, but the DSP is inside the headphone. So what we are doing here is changing it and setting it on the, storing it in the memory.
Right.
Because one of the reasons we don't want it to be always sending it from the app is because these headphones can be used on an Xbox, a PlayStation, Nintendo Switch and everything. And you don't want to be trying to tweak it on each platform in software. So you can set it up and store it.
And it's stored, yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's taking kind of the possibilities of the Reveal Plus, but building into the headphones, so you're no longer tethered to the computer.
Correct. The one difference between Reveal Plus and this is all the HRTF. The HRTF kind of thing is quite different for mastering engineers because they want to make it sound like a studio. So when you scan your ear, the Embody app creates HRTF. It uploads it it downloads it to the Reveal Plus, and you can use it. But what we are also planning to show soon is with similar personalization with Atmos and other things. So those will be at some point in the market. That's not our product; it's a Dolby product. But you'll be able to do something similar with Maxwell and other products as well. So there are two different things. The EQ things, we will build it in, but the personalization, that probably will live with the render engines in case of Xbox or Pro Tools or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. I'm excited to see that in practice.
Yeah.
With the Maxwell, you're now you've moved it to Atmos, which is a big step up from the what was available on the Mobius. But does the Maxwell include head tracking?
No, it does not. So there is a difference with Atmos and stuff. In the console world, we are limited. We do not have a choice on what 3D algorithm to use. They are decided by the console. Windows desktops will have Atmos built in 11. Xbox has Windows Sonic or Atmos, and PlayStation will have their own software. Sony 3D audio, right? It's so we do not control this. So it's very difficult for us to put the 3D algorithms inside the headphones because we are limited, or not limited, but we have to work with the existing platforms. Okay. So for Maxwell, because we want it to be a console game headset that works on both PC and consoles, we had no other choice.
So the decoding isn't happening in the headset?
Decoding is not happening, but we have put in metadata that immediately tells the Xbox, for example. So in the Xbox, for previously, you had to download an app from Dolby and activate it. You no longer need it. The moment you plug in the headphone, even if you don't have the app, you will still get Dolby Atmos on Xbox.
Okay.
So, and then if you want to do the other things like in future, like personalization and stuff, you can enable it with the app. So those are the things coming down the pipeline.
Cool. So, okay, on the Maxwell microphone side, I see you've got some interesting DSP features that I haven't seen elsewhere. For example, you've got an EQ.
So that one we are still actually working on it. There is a, because of the noise removal algorithms. So we are trying to figure out how much to enable. there is DSP there, but the question is what to enable for users and stuff. So, but there is a huge neural network accelerator. So there's both boom microphones and embedded microphones. So the both of them actually go through the neural network, and in the embedded microphones, we also do a little bit of beamforming on the networks. So all the noise gets removed, and then we are now trying to also include automatic gain control. So it doesn't matter whether you use boom or this, and all these things get a very easy, good voice quality out of it. So I think most people will be actually surprised by the amount of noise it removes very easily.
Yeah. How much of the noise removal technology from your filter speakerphones?
Same exact algorithm running on both. Okay. So there is no difference between the algorithm on filter and the algorithm running on Maxwell. Yeah. It's same exact one.
Okay. So the filter seemed like kind of an out of left field kind of product for you guys, because you're mainly focusing on headphones. So what was the story behind that product?
So we always try these new things. That's we are a technology company at heart. So if you look at last year, we made a headphone for MRI machines, right? And we made the filter. And even before this, if you go back, we made the first Lightning headphones with Apple, right? The EL8 Lightning. So we have always tried to do things that and try, even Mobius, for example, with all the head tracking when it came out in 2017, was a little bit very different than anything else, and even for us, gaming thing. So filter, we see it as actually a product that we think can make a difference, because it's a small form factor speaker, but it also has a filter noise filtering technology. So and it's easy to use. The one big problem, for example, when my mom, for example, uses these kind of things, is you have to go to Zoom and set this setting. You have to go to Skype and set this setting. Here, all the AI is on the edge. So you don't need to worry about it. And there is no, still, even for corporate environments, you can still encrypt the audio afterwards. But if you're doing it on the cloud, the noise removal, it's not possible to encrypt the audio at the edge. So I think there's a lot of small new things. And then we also like the planar form factor, where you can have directionality in the speaker. So we thought we could combine this with a really nifty form factor. And as more and more people are working hybrid work, sometimes they are at home, they have to go to work some days and still have a speaker, so for small meetings. So we thought that actually was a nifty product. In the long run, we see many people also using our headphones for Zoom calls and stuff. So I think these kind of markets are merging with all the bring your own devices. So we think there might be some crossover of use cases even for our headphones in enterprise and stuff. So that market is, all the products in that market are very big. You've seen those big desk ones. There's nothing small, nifty, easy to carry. That was the goal.
Right.
Yeah. We'll create more of these kind of products. That's, I think, what differentiates us, because we make our own drivers to everything. So we can make a rectangular driver for filter in a week. That makes it easy for us to try new things.
Yeah. Is there any plans to scale up that kind of technology for a larger speaker?
Correct. And larger speaker in the sense, what market to go after, right? So
maybe studio monitors or something like that?
No, we actually made some studio monitor prototypes. We decided at some point, we showed it in 2013 actually at CanJam, but I'm not saying no, but I think there is a lot of new things that especially in headphone market. We don't want to get too distracted either, but studio monitors, at least not for now. But we will have other form factor speakers in future.
Okay, so that's interesting. So we've seen Audeze technology in HyperX products and also in the Edifier products.
Yes.
Are you pursuing any other relationships like that? Where you're going to see
more
of these
we have probably the biggest speaker manufacturing facility in US now, because of as we grow more and more, and it's getting more and more automated.
That's in California.
Just in LA, Orange County, California. Yeah. So I think if it's not like we want to work with everybody. We want to pick and choose. We have certain goals. Some of these volume products, like especially our HyperX thing, because deal was we have no retail presence in the stores, and HyperX is actually their office is very close to ours, and we had this nice collaboration where we could take the Mobius product and make a variation of it for them, and they could also put it in all the retails, and it was fairly successful for both of us. So if there is an opportunity where there is an advantage to us and them, we will certainly do it. And yeah, that's uh, it. We just has to fill the business case for us.
So you brought the Maxwell along with you today. Is there anything you'd like to show us, or anything else you'd like to talk about on this product?
Sure. It's probably our best sounding gaming headset we have made so far. USB-C 2496, boom microphone, embedded microphones here, right? And these are the microphones for noise removal. So that's how the filter works. And the best part about one of the things that I really like is battery life. We get more than 80 hours of battery life playing continuously at 80 dB.
Wow.
Yeah. So I haven't charged this since I came to CES.
That's amazing.
So, and you can charge it for 1 hour, and it has quick charge, and it has all the other things that we have. When we did Penrose, it was one of our first made for gaming headset, right? And people gave us on Reddit and Headfi gave us a lot of feedback. They want the game chat balance this way, all that stuff. And even when you plug this in, it appears as a separate device for game and chat.
Yeah.
So we have taken all of them and tried to incorporate it and put it in. So hopefully people will like them. So,
have you got any plans for any ANC products?
At some point, yes. But we need to make sure it fully works with planars and stuff. We do have a patent on noise cancellation with planar.
Okay.
It's public information, but we need to make sure that it works well. Really, and also it gives a good experience, right? And so, at some point, we will try to figure it out.
Cool.
So,
all right. Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Sankar.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Yeah.